Hey Maritime Wrestling fans, welcome to another edition of You Missed Out. My guests tonight are the hottest new tag team in the Maritimes, Mr. Justin and Mr. Matt, Sabotage.
What are you talking about? Oh,
Thanks for being on, fellas.
thank you for having us.
The first thing I want to say is that I've been down sick the last couple of days, and then I worked a 12-hour shift today. So I definitely want to thank you guys for making the trip up and coming to our house opposed to me going to the city. So
Oh, we wanted to see the Poirier house.
yeah, this is the palace.
Castle
Man
O'Poirier.
cave.
Yeah,
I like
Castle
it.
O'Poirier.
I love it.
So yeah, we'll get right into it. So how did this come about, your guys' team? Because I know,
Sabotage?
yes, because I know you kind of started training first, and then
Yep.
you guys kind of just started together. So I don't know what's the backstory behind the team there.
Okay, so I started like a year before him. Started
Right.
training about a year before him under Gary Williams. And so I was just, going up and helping the companies and everything for a year before I even met this guy. We met February?
February
2015? And Jason just wanted to do he was renting at the ring for a video shoot or something. And he needed extra hands, so he messaged him randomly, and then we just met one day, and I think it was every day since then.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like that day on. I had done stuff previously with Twin City Wrestling, TCW. I did music and all that, and they were kind of on a down period, I guess, and not running any shows. So I messaged Jason. I said, "Listen, I do sound. That's what I do with TCW. Set up the ring, whatever." I said, "You need any hands for anything? Let me know." He emailed me back right away, and he was like, "Just be here, help set up the ring for this video shoot, and we'll go from there." And I guess I don't know if they liked how I carried the ring. I guess I don't know, so I stuck around.
Is that something you always wanted to do? Was wrestle? Or is that kind of you were there and that kind of came about? Or?
I've always wanted. So when Cyril Richards gave me the opportunity to do music with them, I mean that was very exciting. I always wanted to do something with wrestling, but never had the opportunity. So when Cyril was like, "Yeah, sure, come on over, bring your sound gear and have at it," I mean, I was hooked right from then.
It's weird how our lives match each other's really similarly growing up, and then same thing how when wrestling happened, I went with Jason and helped with music and setting up the ring and was responsible for that stuff, and then he was with another company, same thing. It was just pretty much a year apart, and then
Yeah.
we just
If I didn't know any better, I would have thought you guys were friends for ever.
everybody says that when people first start meeting us.
Yeah.
They're like, we're cousins.
Well, yeah, it's
But
like the
nothing
chemistry.
that.
The chemistry's
It just
definitely
worked.
there.
It worked.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So yeah, you guys both, like you said, were kind of backstage hands with Wrestle Center. You had a few matches with them.
Yeah, like 3 or something.
Yeah. So how did that relationship end? Like, I know you guys are not with Wrestle Center anymore.
No. It was more, honestly, it was more, we decided to help out other companies in Halifax. 'Cause this was, once again, before we were wrestling.
Yeah.
So we decided to help out other companies in Halifax to learn more,
Yeah.
pay our dues, whatever you want to call it. We just wanted to just meet more people in
Yeah.
this business, to learn more and make more connections and do whatever. And we were at a TCW show, and something happened that they needed a wrestler brought out from the ring. We were the two ones standing backstage that were ready to go, and we were told to go out and do it, so we did it. We never thought anything of it.
Yeah.
And then we get a message saying that we weren't needed anymore.
It was just,
Honestly, it's not anything that we're really gonna.
Yeah.
Like, that's as much story. That's as much as it was. Just we got bitched out at for helping out another company.
To me, it was petty, and I'm here for the betterment of professional wrestling.
So when they didn't,
Well, it's
you know,
I'm not usually one to give my opinion on the show, but if it's not like you're working for Coke and you're going to do something for Pepsi. You know what I mean? It's independent wrestling.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
It's-
Like you guys are independent contractors, and especially being brand new, like
Yeah, exactly.
you
Like,
know, you need to get your face out there.
You know,
right?
how are we going to learn more if we only go to one show every month or two?
Exactly.
And why
Yeah.
can't we go there and especially when we're told learn as much as possible?
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
when we got bitched out for that, it was just more. They were like, well, pretty much, best of luck in your future endeavors.
You're right.
Yeah.
And we just okay, fine. And we pitched this idea to them multiple times.
Oh yeah.
And they just didn't like it, didn't buy it, didn't want to do tag, whatever it was, and we, okay, well, we're gonna see if anybody else wants to do it.
Right. So whose idea was it to come up to you guys to be tag team?
Honestly, it was kind of like, so after I met him for that whole set up the ring for this music shoot thing, Gary and Jason had collaborated and decided to open up school again for the next round of people, I guess, whatever you want to call it. We got into that, and as I started training, like, it just felt to me it was like the most natural thing I've ever kind of really done. I mean, I played in bands and stuff like that, and musical kind of background and all that, but it was just, I don't know. Again, it's growing up with it is something I've always wanted to do. So training, I mean, Gary seen something in me. He was like, "Wow, like, you know, it just clicks for you." So when me and Justin had the opportunity to kind of get in the ring and start, you know, locking up and doing some things together, he noticed our similarities, right? And you know, if two people are that similar and have that type of chemistry, I mean, it screams tag team.
Absolutely.
Right?
We go up and help out up in Brunswick, and there'd be fans there for the show, and they either see me on TV or just seen pictures and stuff, and
Yeah.
ask when we were going to start wrestling as a tag team,
Yeah.
and that was long before we even thought about.
Yeah.
We were still trying to be like, well, how can we break in and be like singles and singles?
Yeah.
When it's like literally, you said it was screaming at us to be tag team.
Yeah, and the thing is that there's how many single wrestlers in the Maritimes and how many tag teams are there? You know what I mean? So
Great is tag team wrestling, right? Like,
Yeah.
tag team wrestling is a lost art. It almost seems.
I actually said it several times. I felt that that's what was missing in the Maritimes was this good tag team division. You know what I mean? There's been tag team champions, or here and there, but like when you have one team that always holds the belt and there's no contenders for it, it doesn't make sense, right?
By default.
Yeah.
Right? But isn't it funny, after we made our little entrance this year, that tag teams start popping up in other places?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm super glad for that because now we have an opportunity to work with people who kind of want the same thing we do.
Actually,
Yeah.
Vision Pro was doing
Yes.
tag team wrestling last year.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of tag teams.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
They still do.
Still do that.
Yeah, so yeah, they were doing it before everyone else.
Yeah.
And it just started picking up. So.
Awesome. So you guys debuted with UCW.
Yep.
With the Gimmick Sabotage.
Gimmick?
Or
That's a life. That's a life.
the lifestyle of Sabotage. That's what it's
Live
called.
the gimmick, brother. Live the gimmick.
So how did that feel? That they doing pretty much that was your first.
That was his first time ever in the ring in front of a crowd,
Right.
and that was my first time with like a tag. That was my
Yeah,
first
yeah.
tag team experience.
Yeah.
Nervous.
Overwhelming. Yeah. I mean, it was.
It was a very quick segment.
Yeah.
Like it was, but
We wanted just to make it meaningful and just look as good as we possibly can.
Right.
You know, and
it was a buildup of like half a year of ideas and half a
Yeah.
year of
yeah, it was
trying
like we've
to
talked
get
about
off
it
the
for
ground.
so long.
Yeah.
Pitching it to people and pitching one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're finally standing behind the curtain, ready to actually like go to the ring for
Yeah.
the first time as what you've talked about for so long.
Yeah.
Everything is right there in your chest, and
Yeah.
as soon as that curtain breaks, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
here we go, here we go. It's fun.
So yeah, that was a good night. That was my first ever time going to UCW. I'd never been to a UCW show, and
Did you know we were there? Like, did you
no,
know
I had no idea.
Yes.
Nor did I know like that night. Like I didn't know Remy was there. I didn't know that,
I think
Pipes was there. I didn't know Pipes was there.
I think
Steve.
that was a last minute decision. I think something happened and they needed a couple of boys and
Yeah, I think they just.
Why not bring them in?
St. John crew,
So,
yeah.
Why not?
But no, that was my first taste, and for some reason that night, that you guys' debut is what sticks out to me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of
And it was a really
whole-
good, yeah, it was a
that-
good, and that's what I mean, like, it was a good, because that was Greaser's goodbye, but his goodbye's been going on forever. And,
The longest ever
Yeah,
goodbye tour.
love you, Greaser, but are you going to Toronto or what? But yeah, like for some reason that was because I've always been a tag team guy.
Yeah,
I
that's
love tag team wrestling,
Yeah.
and I just feel lately it's been even like in the mainstream wrestling, like tag team wrestling is
Put on the back burner.
it's now starting to come to light.
Starting to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Starting
so.
to-
So right now you guys wrestle for UCW and Vision Pro. What has been your experiences with Vision Pro?
Fantastic.
Amazing.
The boys out there, I can't thank them enough for it. Like, this is me personally. This is like just huge opportunity. I mean, this is my first 5 matches I've ever had in front of a crowd. You know,
6 now.
6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for them to take someone so new and to just insert them in something that they've been building for so long and
Right.
trying to make so good, that's a huge risk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were willing to take that on,
But,
on
yeah, and that-
me and us, you know.
But at the same time, you need promotions like that,
Yeah.
right? Because you got to learn somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and I think Vision Pro is I think the world of Vision Pro.
They took us under the wing last year. They just
Yeah.
helped us in the ring, and we
Yeah.
got them trained a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And we showed up. It was after the Cosmo show, it was the first show of the year.
Yep.
And then the next show,
The next night was Vision Pro, yeah.
Vision and Freddy.
Yeah.
So we showed up, and the plan was for somebody else to interfere, and they ended up showing up for whatever reason it was. We were standing around, and it literally, I can't remember who said it, but someone just said, "Well, fucking sabotage it." And we're standing around, we were like kind of turned, and then Dick called us over,
Yeah.
and it all blossomed because of something that one opportunity.
Yeah.
We were just in the right place at the right time.
We've been taught you can't get booked if you don't show
If
up.
you're not
So,
I was actually just about to say that.
right, we've been taught that. So,
Shane put Shane over for Shane Stevens.
well, that's who said it, but I didn't want to say it. Like, I don't want to give him props for that.
He said the same thing. He said the same thing to me because when I was trying to get the commentary
Yeah.
gig that I got with IGW,
Yep.
he used to tell me the same thing. He goes, "If you can't get booked if you don't show up."
If you're not there,
Right.
He's like, "Show up, work hard." And he goes, "That stuff will be noticed." And there's the put Shane over.
proofs in the
One
pudding.
time we'll
Yeah.
put you over.
That's it.
That's it.
Lost my train of thought, but
That happens when you're around us.
yeah, yeah, you guys sabotage my thoughts here. So the tag team scene right now, it's just kind of just developing. Is there any teams that you've seen come around the last little bit? You'd be like, I think we could have a good match with them, or again, I know the tag team scene's really new.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Who was it? It's funny. Okay, down here, it's the Forgotten,
Mhm.
which is Brett and Ryan,
Yeah,
and up in Vision, it's the Warwolves, which is Brett and Diggs.
Diggs. Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing when we're like looking at the ring and we're like, well, who's your partner tonight? Like who, like you know?
Yeah.
I think that we can do some fun in UCW with the Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Maybe
not?
both teams, right?
So both of those guys up there, they're. See, I want to go against Booze and Arrows up in Vision Pro.
Yeah, I've only seen them
I
once.
don't know them a lot.
Yeah.
But I've seen them in their stuff online.
Yeah.
And, well, they look like a tag team.
Yeah.
Like they look like they were meant to work together
Yeah.
too. So
I
it's
think that'd be fun.
how could we
Yeah.
make something there?
Yeah, I've only seen them wrestle once, and the match they were in wasn't good, and it wasn't because of them. It was.
Let's see if we can call it the Frat.
The frat.
Have you heard about the Frat?
Who's the frat?
It was Chip Chambers.
Chip Chambers, Dale Dangles, and
Who was the other one?
what's the other guy?
There was another guy. There's three of them. maybe.
Yeah.
And there's 3 of them, and they were in like the frat.
Yeah.
And they were up in another company up in New Brunswick that's not around anymore. But yeah, they had like a little thing going on.
Yeah.
And they had, like their tag team stuff was really like if you watch it back, they're all perfectly dressed the same. And
Yeah.
their moves are in sync. It's all like I liked it, but maybe we should call them back in.
Yeah. Let's just call back Gyration Nation.
Gyration.
Daryl Dangles, Chip Chambers. Sabotage wait.
No, any team really though. Like every team offers something new, offers something different. You know, you can have one team that is just want to beat the shit out of you, and one
Yeah.
team that wants to jump
It's
off
all
the
a
top.
learning experience, right? Like every match you learn something from some sort of situation, so you just take all of it in, right? Make the best of it. Yeah.
There was a picture posted that Dave Boyce posted not long ago, and it was you two, and I think might have been Brett. They were sitting, and you guys were listening to Peter Smith. Brody's
Oh,
favorite.
it was me and Brett up at Red Rock. He couldn't make it up there.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So it was me and Brett and Brody was
Shoot
or
work.
Pete. Yeah, Pete was sitting next to us and
So, what kind of words of wisdoms did you guys hear from Peter? Because probably what is it, the most veteran wrestler in our company now?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been around.
Yeah. Scares
Well,
me.
things that he told me I won't say.
Yeah, no,
I won't
I-
say.
no.
It was just basically like get in better shape, gym, tan, you know, the basic stuff, obviously. But no, the stuff that he passed down to us will just be like obviously I told him,
Mhm.
but sorry, I can't say. I'm not going to say it on.
I wasn't I was more looking at like general specifics.
No, it was just general.
Basically light that fire under your ass to get you to moving.
Yeah,
Right.
And he talked about India.
Yeah.
He talked about India and how crazy of an experience that was, and how like, you know, there was times that he was like, "Holy fuck," type thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So, no, we talked about India. We asked him about that stuff, and then we just asked him like, there was matches going on, so if he reacted to a match in a certain way, we're like, "Oh, wait, ask him, well, why was it like? Why did that work? Why didn't it work?"
Psychology stuff.
Yeah. I guess he knows a thing or two.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a knowledgeable man.
Yeah.
So I guess we can review the card from Vision Pro.
Sure.
You guys suppose. I wasn't there. Again, I was out sick, but I got my 2 friends here who are a little bit more knowledgeable than I am on the show from last night. So
It's weird. We're normally used to going on like second, third,
yeah,
or like first or second.
yeah.
Which that doesn't bother us at all.
Yeah.
We weren't used to like being ready because we get ready before the show, before the doors open.
And before, this was the first Vision Pro that you guys were like at the
Well,
table.
No, well, normally I was at the table standing up. So like now we come out to do the opening segment, and then Remy sent us back, and then so we put our stuff on. Normally we're ready before the door even opens.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got all of our stuff on, ready to go.
Ready to go.
So we're sitting around, and like we're talking around and everything like that. So I'm just like, well, what the fuck do I do now? So I was like, it was just like, and we couldn't go watch because the way the curtain was set up, we couldn't really see much of the show
Yeah.
because the fans could see in. So, first match, Remy versus who was he in Bishop? Vinny Glenn.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Kurt
Vinny.
Gomez,
Yeah.
Deepfist,
Vinny.
the man of many names and many talents.
I was gonna say many
Many
times.
times.
X-Fit machine.
Yeah,
CrossFit machine.
crowd was into it. I believe Shane came out and interfered.
I think so.
Shane came out and interfered, smacked him with the stick.
Oh, okay.
Remy
Yeah.
got the dirty win.
The real piece of shit.
The
The real piece of shit.
Shane Stevens.
Love you, buddy.
If you see Shane, ask him about that story. Ask him what that means.
Yeah. But yeah, so Shane came out, did that thing.
There's Shane and Julian.
Then it was the second match was Shane and Julian, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane and Julian. No, it was fucking Kraft and Wesley Pipes and
Yeah.
James Steele.
James.
Okay.
Yeah, so they came back. Once again, like we couldn't see the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crowd was there. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
they were into it. they came back. They were super pleased. So,
Yeah.
Uh,
I've never seen those two have bad matches, so
no,
I'm pretty confident it was a good
They cracked one or pipes.
I think Pipes went over.
Yeah, pipes went over.
one.
The last action hero. That was
Um,
a huge chin.
I know. He's a big guy. What was the third match now? The third match was...
That was Shane and
Shane and Julian.
the Shane Julian. So
How could you go wrong with a
For
Shane
the
and
for the
Julian match?
interprovincial interprovincial
Yeah,
championship.
from the
what-
Interprovincial Championship.
was it or was it a non-title?
I think it was a non-title match.
But yeah, so they went out. Of course, crowd you can hear them.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that match. I'm very confident in the world
Right?
of Julian and Shane. I have no doubt it was
Absolutely.
And
And
then-
two in the ring are golden every time.
Yeah.
Vinny came out and interfered
Okay.
and caused him to get
Because-
distracted or something, and then Shane got the dirty win.
I think he did something to do with the cane or something. To use the cane.
Yeah, so he won fucking as Shane would.
That dirty
Dirty
bastard.
Real pieces.
Yeah, he went, and then I believe at the end of the match afterwards, Julian needed some retribution, so he super kicked Shane,
It was okay.
right? And we had intermission, and then who came back from that? It was three. It was
Then the three was the women's match.
Mhm.
No, it wasn't.
Titus and Chris Hicks.
Titus and Hicks. Yes, your country idol.
This
right?
man right here. There's a reason
Yeah.
we're wearing these two shirts.
Yeah.
We'll get into that, I guess. Yeah, Titus and Hicks came out, and I honestly don't. I think it was Titus.
I think it was. I was
Yeah.
so. I think that's
At that
when we
moment, we're
started
getting
going.
ready because
Yeah.
the next match is the women's match,
Okay.
and Emily
Which-
Parker.
I was about to say. I saw a picture, and Frank Parker's daughter was the
Yeah.
referee for the women's
Yeah.
match. That's awesome. I
So-
don't know the details behind it, but
We I messaged Dick and said, "Hey, Emily Parker, female, Frank Parker's daughter." It's like that's two great things combined in one.
absolutely.
And I said, "What do you think about her reffing?" It was like he read it and just
Instant.
yes,
Bring
like
her.
her. He's like, "Bring her up. I'll teach her what she needs to know for like." You know, the
Yeah, the
bare
big-
minimum,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she came up, they went out, and
That was the Madison Miles and Miss Jew match.
yes, and it was, from what I heard, or like, you know, there was no complaints or anything like that. Emily did good, from what I was told.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's like the first time ever, I believe.
First time ever, yeah, first time ever. There's all females in the ring in Maritimes.
Have we ever had?
There's,
a female?
I don't think there's ever been a female
Never been a
ref in
And I was about to ask that
Maritimes.
question. I said, was there ever even been a female ref in,
Yeah.
in the Maritimes?
I don't think there has been. So
Now that I can, no, not
So that's cool.
I couldn't be more proud of her.
No. Just went out there and
Awesome,
killed
yeah.
it. It was good.
Yeah. No, it was at the beginning, Maddie put her over, and at the end, Gia won, I believe.
I think so.
Dirty.
Dirty win.
Fucking cheaters.
Dirty win.
Right?
Bunch of
It's unethical, is what it is.
still their gimmick.
What?
It's unethical, is
It
what
is what it is. Why would you cheat to win? Like, why?
Yeah, well, I don't know why people do that.
So yeah, so then she put her over at the end too, and she came back and she was emotional, rightfully so, for many reasons.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a chance to talk to her. Like I gave her a quick hug, kiss on the forehead, and I said, "Okay, I gotta go." And sorry, you know,
Good job,
bad guy
bye.
right now. Bye. And turned around, and then our music hit, and we went out. And then so it was Sabotage versus Dick and Chip, and we go out, get in the ring. Chip's music hits. He comes out, and then the lights go out.
Poof.
Now we're in the ring, and I go, "Is Dick making a wicked entrance?"
Yeah, I
tonight?
was like,
"Is
dude."
this planned?"
He's getting the
Now,
black.
now, did people think it was you?
don't-
Because I read a couple places, I think it was Dave Boyce put it on the internet. He's like, oh, they sabotaged the lights.
Sabotage.
So I-
That's cool.
So I figured it was part of the show.
No,
We,
that would have been neat. But no.
but we so we were standing there, and I said, because what happened was everything went out for a split second on that block,
Yep.
and then so everything else came back on, like the entrance lights and everything like that, and the music.
Yeah.
Because that's very simple power, but the big lights take a few minutes to
Yeah,
come
it's
back on.
like, oh,
Yeah, after those big balls.
So I legitimately, because the music came right back on, I was like, oh, he's gonna make a wicked entrance.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is he just gonna like come running out in a suit? I don't know what he's gonna do, because we all know Dick. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so then his music comes back on and he comes out, and it's, well, what the fuck do we do? Like, and honestly, legit, what we didn't know what to do. But this is our, it would have been like my 15th match, or maybe less, and his 6th.
Yeah.
So we were like,
I'm in
What,
the
your
ring,
second
like-
as a team, wasn't it?
this was our 6th, his 6th match and our 6th as a team.
Oh yeah, because you guys did
He's
that.
never- yeah,
You guys
he's
did that
never done
tour
that.
before.
Yeah.
So we're, like, I'm standing in the ring thinking like, like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
It's
my
dark.
sixth match.
It's dark.
Yeah.
So we got pretty nervous.
So yeah. So anyways, I think Chip went over, Dick did, and grabbed the microphone, and he started to chant. He said, "Get your phones out," and I'm pretty sure that's like the first time ever in like wrestling. He's like, "Get your phones out!" Like, so everyone gets their phones out, and puts the lights
The
on the
flashlight.
ring, and then it started from like one side and went all the way around the ring.
And it actually
Had their
kind of lit it
phones.
up pretty decent.
It was cool. It was a different type of match. That's for sure.
Yeah, what did Chip say? He's
Oh,
like-
it's like nice dark match.
No, he's like, Vision Pro puts a new meaning to a dark match. That's what it was. So we were, I'm not going to tell you about the match because you can watch it.
Yeah.
It started off good,
Yeah.
but we did probably 3/4 of the match in the dark.
Yeah.
So that was, there was parts where,
So, yeah, I
So
said
were
you're
they even
lying.
able to film? Were they even able to film it? Was it?
Well,
was it light enough to film it?
well, you know how like cameras don't work the same as ours, so like we could see things pretty
Right.
good.
Well, that's what I mean.
So I don't know if the cameras could pick it up.
I haven't
too
seen
well.
any footage.
We haven't
from
seen any
it
footage or
at
anything like
all,
that.
So,
So
I
it
really
was-
The match never happened.
Yeah.
apparently, I think they got the finish because the lights came on towards the finish, and it was. We didn't notice. Like I think it was still like dull, like the lights were
Yeah.
on, but they were still trying to power up
Yeah.
when we were finished. Like
I don't
so.
even remember. I was
Oh,
paying
and
attention.
we won.
Oh, yeah,
of course.
Of course. But,
I
Fuck
didn't
yeah,
even-
take a chip.
I wasn't even gonna ask.
No, it was a great experience, and we came back afterwards. We came through the curtain, and we didn't know what to expect because this was really nervous for us. Like,
Yeah.
this is, you know, Jeff's been doing it what 10, 15, 14, I don't.
yeah, 12.
12 years
A
or
long
something like
ass
that.
time.
And,
a long ass time. They
Brad's
know
been
their
doing it
shit.
a while too, so
And they know each other.
exactly
They
they
know
know
each
each
other
other really well.
And
So
the well that, like, how well they work together, you know, is like one thing, and then, you know, individually it's just a whole nother dynamic. But to have them, you know, feel confident enough to have this match with us and guide us through,
Yeah.
you know, and like it was overwhelming, really. And so when I got back to the curtain, it was like I needed a moment to just stand there.
it was more we just
Oh, for sure.
we like tucked away in the corner for a second and just stood there
Yeah,
together. And
it's
it was just like.
Well, yeah, because I was thinking about it before you guys even got here. I was like, that's a big deal to be in the main, being so new, being in the main event with
Yeah.
Dick Durning, who's the man and the man. So
It's
it's a big deal.
No, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So we came back and after it was like, well, we've known about this for a month or something.
Yeah.
So freaking out the whole time. We go out and feel extremely comfortable in the ring with them.
Yeah.
Now obviously there's lots of things we need to work on, obviously, but it felt extremely comfortable. And when we came back, we were expecting like, the whole.
Yeah.
It was just all the boys give us hugs and said they were proud of us, and obviously like work on this thing. But
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like I was expecting to get sat down and like listen.
Like dressing down.
What I mean. And it was just
right?
like they were like no, like especially for you guys 6 time together, like it was good. So it was. Then we just went.
It was a sigh of
It was a
relief.
huge sigh of relief, and then so it's like okay, we can do this. We can. We wrestle together, and that was our biggest
Yeah.
worry. Could we gel together? And so we did the 5 days with UCW, and we had great experiences there. Learned from a lot of the boys there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Pelly and all the guys, and they gave us amazing opportunity. They didn't have to be there,
Yeah.
They didn't, and they guided us really well.
Yeah.
And you just learn like that's the benefit of going from selling like. Trying to go from different companies
Mhm.
is because like the boys up in St. John do it completely different than down here.
Yeah.
And then the boys up in Moncton do it completely different, and so
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
why not try to learn all the things from all the
Yeah.
areas?
Yeah, for sure. You know, when people think, like, I know people ask me all the time, like, well, you go to, you know, to this promotion, that promotion, to watch it. Isn't it all the same? And it's not.
It's all different.
It's all different. It's all done
it was all the
different.
same. It'd be boring. Like,
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's just like the locker room's different. The, you know,
Yeah.
the atmosphere's different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And what I like about one thing I like about Vision Pro is that the show's over, everybody pitches in to tear stuff down. It's just so like it
Yeah,
just flows or whatever.
there's fans. There's same thing with IHW. Like,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Fans will stay and just,
Yeah,
and then when it's done, they're like, okay, boss, see you next show. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
for sure.
I don't know, like I said, we're there for one goal, man, to put on the best show we can.
It doesn't matter where we're on the spot in the car. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
First, middle, last, not even on the card, man. Grab a board and pull it off the ring.
Well, yeah.
There to help in any way, shape, or form, right? That's
Couldn't
why I
agree.
got into it. And, you know, it just kind of blossomed from there.
Yeah.
And we got like, not to ramble on. Not like I talk too much or anything. There, like, we were going up and down the roads, and like me for the past 2 years and him for the past year, which in wrestling terms mean nothing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like that means nothing. But we were helping, and we did it. We went to Campbellton. So it was me and him, and we brought Jordan with us. He was on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
IHW.
Yeah, I studied
yeah,
in Campbellton.
Yeah.
So we went up there, and they, like, we went up there. They didn't know we were coming. Well, the majority of them didn't. And Campbellton's about 6-7 hours from here,
6,
like on the border,
Yeah.
right next to Quebec. So we drove up there, and we stayed at Jordan's, but we came up to help. Like, that's all we wanted to do was help put up the ring and
Yeah.
sit down afterwards. And because we went to we all go to all the Moncton shows.
Mhm.
We try to get to every St. John and Freddie show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then in Halifax, well, of course, we're gonna help.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were there, and after the show was done and everything like that, we go back to the hotel, and we're all having a good time. And Suave started it off, and we won't get into what he said, obviously, because that's between the three of us. Suave, Marcus Burke, whatever you're called. He came up to me first and pretty much said, "So you're not gonna wrestle, are you?" And then it went into, he had a big talk, and it was like pretty much shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like, you guys have proven that you want this.
Yeah.
Fucking do something.
Yeah.
And obviously that's the main gist of it, but we had
Yeah.
we had an amazing conversation.
That's the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah.
And right after we were done that, we went outside because I had to let that sink in.
Yeah.
And then we come back in and talk with the guys and everything like that, and then we're getting ready to go. We were walking out of the hotel room, and Suave and Titus were they're playing.
They were doing Suave and Titus.
They're doing Suave and Titus things. That's the best way to put
Suave and
it.
Titus
So they were fucking around, and then we go to walk out, and we're just like, all right, bye everyone, hugs, kisses,
Yeah.
everyone, the usual. And we go to walk out, and all we hear is, hey. And then you remember, I can't remember what he said.
It was just shit or get off the pot. Do it if you're gonna do it. Because, I mean, why not? If you love it this much, then why
Yeah.
not do it, right?
Yeah.
So there was a moment of having these people, I mean, for me, who I've been watching for 10 plus years, you know, since I was little, watching these guys wrestle, and to have him, you know, have that talk with us about, you know, are you gonna do it or not? Because if you're not, then
What's the point?
what's the point?
Yeah.
You know.
They did. Neither one of them had to take the time.
No, they
No.
And it's not just them two, but those two, like, those were the two conversations. And it was the same night, and it was just literally like we left, and like
There was a long drive. When we were driving back, it was probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours. It was just dead silent. There was just dead air. There was no radio on. We just drove straight, looking ahead. That was a lot to take
Yeah.
in.
let it
that
sink in,
moment.
right?
Yeah.
You know.
Because you got like two of the most well-known, and
The veterans.
you know, the veterans.
Veterans
And,
like
like,
that,
and it's not
They've
just them.
wrestled
Not to take
matches.
not take away from them. Like Steve, Shane, Josh, Julian. You go with anybody. You know what? Like everybody, Greaser. Everybody
So they
has
pay them guys, man.
taken us under their wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so we've had so much of their knowledge shoved down our, you know, and you take it all in, you absorb it, and it's very beneficial to us because we've gotten to learn from, you know what I mean? And then we've been in the same locker room with some of these guys. And then when we're at other shows, you know, you got Pete and Gary and Mike, and they talk and they help you.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, those two made us smarten up.
Yeah.
Well, that's I wouldn't say smarten up, but realized that we had to do something.
Yeah.
So then we took the first opportunity we had, and that was UCW.
Nice.
So was it for you too? Shout out.
You guys are responsible for this.
Yeah, it's your fault. So.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pivotal night for us, I think. That was like, because
It'll always
again,
be.
we have talked about it for so long about Sabotage, just even wrestling together, like against one another, whatever. You sit around bullshit storylines about one another.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then that night when they said that to us, it was just like, right now, like, why
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
it anymore?
Well, yeah.
Right? Talk is talk. Let's let's.
Oh, because Swab was fucking with me because I had my knee fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
in the cane and shit,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all that. So he was just like, "Well, you're
Mr.
not gonna be able to do
Blue.
nothing." And I was like, "Well, okay, well, I have to do something now. Like I can't bitch out." So, yeah.
It's good.
What was it? One thing? Sabotage was a one-person man. Was a one-person
Oh.
idea. You asked that at the beginning.
Yeah. Yes.
So Sabotage, before I had even started doing music with Twin City Wrestling or anything like that, I had always, sat around watching wrestling, thinking of gimmicks and all this junk, right? So I was
As we all do.
as we all do, right?
I was lying if I said I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
Yeah. I don't have a creative character on my on my video game right now.
What is wrestling? So initially, I was just building characters and whatever, and I just was listening to Sabotage one day actually, and the song came on. I was like, that'd be kind of a cool name for a dude, right? And this is like before Shield, and I had Vision of all done up in the gimmicks with the pants and the vest and all that junk, right? And I was like, Sabotage, that's kind of neat, right? So for like forever, it just kind of stuck with me. And I was like, this one man gimmick named Sabotage, kind of go out and just mess people's stuff up, right? Like, and it just kind of hovered in the back of my mind forever and ever and ever until I met this jerk. And then I was just like, one day I think I put on the song.
The Cancer Bats, the Cancer Bats version, which is the one that we use, the cover.
Yeah.
So it's like the metal version.
It just started brewing, and I was like, dude. Like, do you want to be tag team?
Because it was like months after people were like, you guys need to be a tag team. And
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
like Gary would see us and be like, you're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Be like, you are, and he's like, he'd always say, you can tell you're my students. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so it was, so it just had to happen. So we put on the song and it was, tag team? Like, I'm a lover of tag teams, so is
Yeah.
he, so we like,
Yeah.
so I love it, but I never thought of myself in a tag team. And I was just like, so it took like half hour. And he played it, and so we started driving around, and
Bing.
it starts clicking.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's starting to write itself. So
Yeah.
it kind of just took on a life of itself.
It did.
And then your debut, didn't the crowd start singing it? Before they even heard it.
We never used their song. That
No,
night.
I know.
We just came out and did our shit, and then
They
started listen, oh yo, this is Sabotage, and okay, like, there was a moment, I think you can probably see me in the video going, yeah, and then I had to be like, no,
And that was based just on the fact that you had Sabotage in your shirt.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. It's like organic.
And a lot of people will come up and be like, oh, you're using the the Beastie Boys version. No, like that version's amazing, but
Yeah.
the Cancer Bats version, it's just heavier. So
It just suits us a little bit.
yeah,
Right?
and then as soon as everyone hears it, like we're here after the shows and stuff, fans coming up, oh, that's like it's good. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that they like it as much as we do.
Yeah.
Like, because it would suck if we liked it more than they did.
That would defeat the purpose.
Yeah, right. So yeah, they seem to like it the same level as we do. So we're good there.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, we ramble on. Sorry, we went back.
No, that's all right. No, that's all good. Do you guys have any upcoming dates you guys want to promote that you guys are going to be on?
What's the next show? I was just looking at the calendar. before coming up here.
May 21st is the next big one.
We're banned.
Huh?
We're
Banned
banned.
from the
You
building.
guys are banned from the building.
Banned from the building. So Dick and Chip got a little pissy because how we won and whatever, and they screwed up.
Bunch
Now
of
we got a
babies
little,
anyways.
yeah. So now we're banned from the building.
Remy's got it. He'll hold it down, and Mr. Wallace, he knows what's up. We'll be back. Don't worry about that. They
Yeah.
only banned us for one night. Like, how bad could it be?
And really, it's Fredericton, so who cares
Yeah.
about Fredericton anyways? Who cares about the crowd there?
Damn about Freddy.
After that, I think we got 2 shows up in New Brunswick at the MSW, possibly. We don't know yet.
Possibly.
Okay.
And then after that,
Are
it's,
you guys on the Newfoundland tour, UCW?
From what we've heard, it might be postponed.
Oh, okay.
When is this video putting up?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, and it's no bad reason. Like
No,
it's
no,
just,
it's
yeah.
timing with like other people from that were supposed to be coming in. It's just like the timing was bad.
Okay.
Thought it was gonna work out. It's not going to. So it's.
Yeah, was that the same tour that Rikishi and Tatanka were on? Or is that a different tour?
You know more than me, right?
Well, that's what they announced at their last show.
Oh,
Did they?
That Tatanka and Rikishi was on. Their
Oh,
summer
okay.
tour, so I didn't know if that was the same tour or.
Maybe.
Oh no! If
No.
they do that, like if they bring in those guys, it'll be
Around-
Nova Scotia.
around
Yeah.
North
Well, I
Scotia.
assume I should assume, but
No.
after that it's June 18th
June
in
18th.
Vision Pro. Yeah, so there's the June 18th Vision Pro, and then the same night, Twin Cities putting off their Frank Parker Memorial
Oh, okay.
for so Emily will be down there.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be fun. So hopefully you can get the Russian match down there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That was, the more matches.
I think that's awesome that you.
Yeah.
And I could sit here for a good. I could sit here for the rest of the night, and I still wouldn't be able to express how proud of her I am.
Yeah.
She talked about it, and you could see, like, I made a joke that imagine if we were in a match and there was a ref, ref went down, and she just slid in with a ref shirt on and hit the 3
Yeah.
against us or for whatever it is.
Yeah.
But how much of a pop that would get, and then I seen it light up in her eyes, so I said, well, wait for not be looking. So I messaged Dick, and he's perfectly fine with it. So she couldn't be happier. I could be more proud.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've mentioned her, I want to segue. Definitely want to mention May 13th. I know you guys are on the show, but
we'll be there.
you guys will be there. So
Yeah.
May 13th, IHW, Truro, Nova Scotia, debut in
Yes.
Nova Scotia. Definitely come support them. I want to see them grow and.
Everyone's gonna be type thing is gonna be there. Like they're bringing in
Lincoln Steen.
Sex and Phoenix, Chris Cook's coming back.
Huge.
Yeah.
Greaser. Who cares about him really though?
He's greasy.
He's going to Toronto, I think.
Yeah.
2020. Yeah, everyone of course it's for Frank. So I never had the pleasure or the opportunity or the honor to meet him.
Yeah.
But Gary could sit down and talk great things about
Yeah,
him.
I never had a chance to meet him either, but I definitely saw him ref a few matches when I was a kid. so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
No, so that shows a memorial for Frank Parker, so that's good. And the next night is in Moncton.
Next night in Moncton.
At the Lions Club.
Yeah.
At the Moncton Lions Club.
They got the Battle Royal for
Number one contendership for the TV belt. Yeah.
TV title, and then is the heavyweight title what?
It might.
I don't think they've announced the main event for that night.
No?
yet.
No.
No. The main event for Truro, I forgot to mention that 2 local boys, Riddick Stone and Steve.
Yes, and
Steve
Steve would
would
probably
go
Steve would
after
kick
us.
my ass for not promoting it. Yes, Steve and Riddick.
Riddick,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 hometown boys, and
Shane is also from Truro, so.
Of course, yeah.
Shane's from everywhere.
Red
Yeah,
Jacket.
Shane's
No,
from everywhere.
Those are the next 2 shows, and what after that the Red Rock show is next weekend.
Yeah.
May 20th, and then the night after that is 21st for Vision.
Yeah, so all kinds of wrestling. You guys have no excuse not to go support your local wrestling because there's all kinds around.
Every weekend it's probably at least an hour away.
Absolutely.
Why not go?
Honestly, from now until the end of the summer, I don't think there's going to be a weekend. There probably won't be a show.
The amount of professional wrestling that has sparked up in the past just like few years,
It's awesome.
it's insane.
Yeah.
Like I remember back in the day going to REW every weekend up at the Exhibition Park. You know, you watch like Massive Damage and Bobby Roode and all them guys
Yeah.
back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And that was like at the peak. Like I was like, wow, shows every weekend, and then there's like UCW and all this stuff going on, and then it was just like. Ugh.
Yeah.
Nothing for years, and then now it's just like boom, 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 and it's exciting. Like
Yeah.
there's lots.
I'm from Newfoundland, so I was from the West Coast.
He had to get that in there.
Yeah, of course.
He had
Come
to
on.
say-
Of course, I had to say it from Newfoundland. You're lucky I didn't wear my
I'm
hoodie.
from Cape Breton. You don't see me bragging.
Why would you brag about being from Cape Breton, though?
That's a wannabe Newfoundland.
Yeah, you're a lost cousin to get lost on the way to Toronto. Come on. So I lived on the West Coast, so West Coast of Newfoundland. So 2 indie shows came through the time that I lived there.
Right.
And I can't remember what companies they were or anything like that. That was my only 2 exposures to wrestling, ever, besides one Raw house show or something.
Yeah.
So when I came here, for the first 3 years or 4 years, I didn't go to any shows, didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
Because I was just hanging around people, clearly.
Yeah.
And I went to a TCW show at Dartmouth, and I was like, oh, it's awesome. Then I went, like, away for 6 months, came back, and then went to the AJ Styles show,
Yeah.
the first Wrestle Center show. I was hooked because, like, you know, it visually was, like, great. It had barriers, the entrance,
Yeah.
the ring was great, and everything, the lighting. So I get to know these people, and then they start telling me that wrestling used to happen every week here.
Yeah.
It was mind-blowing for me. Like, I didn't know it existed like that.
Yeah.
And then, like, Gary sent me, like, the Real Action Wrestling, or the Reality Wrestling, and,
Yeah.
and the other one with the Cardinal Sinners. And it was just, like, I had to sit down and realize what the fuck I was getting into.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And we've been told a lot that we were lucky enough to come in at the right time when it's on the upswing. Because
Right.
we've been told stories where it's,
It's been a hard go for a lot
yeah.
of years. for
So
a lot
we've
of
been
guys.
very fortunate and very lucky. Like I said, we sit here and thank anyone that's ever talking to us. So anyone from all the way to the top to where we are, all the way out there.
All the way at the bottom.
And that's not on popularity. That's just knowledge. We don't know as much as we like to think we do. We really want to be thankful to those guys,
Yeah.
like everyone that's ever helped us, and the fans too. I guess.
Yeah.
Come buy our shit.
I guess they have a little to do
Nah,
with it.
well, they add to it.
Where's your shirt? You gonna promote your shirt?
I suppose. All right.
I guess so.
All right. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Right.
Hot commodity, apparently.
Yeah.
No.
So we'll have these.
We'll give you this one to you.
Oh, beautiful. Yep,
And
just
then-
my size. Perfect.
We'll take it back then. Screw you. No, we'll send you one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess one for the camera lady too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's alright.
She's wearing a Cape Breton sweater.
Yeah, that's my sweater.
Well, right? So
So I said, I want to be Newfoundlander. Not like these Nova Scotia folk.
Well, fellas, I appreciate you guys coming down.
thank you. Greatly
Definitely
appreciate
appreciate you guys giving me some time, and well, that's
it.
it.
Check us out at Sabotage Tag Team on Instagram, Twitter, and then just Sabotage on Facebook.
On Facebook.
And 1-800-SABOTAGE.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit, it doesn't make sense, but
No.
Yeah.
Call me.
Make sure ISW Churro May 13th.
yes.
I will be there doing French
Everybody come
commentary.
there. Oh, you're doing that's
Yeah,
your first
my
night?
debut, boys.
Who knows? Oh!
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode, and we'll be back.
I'm gonna fuck this.
Get out of here. We're done.